Hi, how's it going there? If you would for me, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Um, Definitely going to drop reviews for you, have movie reviews for you. Um, so I'll have some 2024 ones up. I know I did Deliverance, but I said that was a re-upload, but definitely have some more here pretty soon. So the movie I'm going to be reviewing right now is the latest Saw film that came out last year, Saw X, and this is the 10th Saw movie. So we are 10 Saw movies in, so this movie stars Tobin Bell, which I feel like is the anchor of this series, to be honest with you. Which I thought it was weird that they killed him off. I can't remember which Saw movie they killed him off in. It was one of the earlier films, but there's like 2 or 3 or something like that. Was it 3? I think it was 3 they killed him off in. So pretty much what we have here is we do have a new Saw film again, centered around Tobin Bell, who plays John Kramer, aka Jigsaw, the Jigsaw Killer. So in this one, what we do is basically go into more of his, I would say, origin story. I don't know. I'm confused on the Saw timeline. If you want to be super honest with you, the Saw timeline doesn't make any sense. So this is pretty much, I guess, this was before whichever one before he died. Okay, so he runs into some old friend or whatever, and friend, he has this big old mark on his stomach. He goes like, yeah, I've been cured. There's this place out in Mexico, because they have this cure that's so great, that they have to stay off the grid. So immediately, I don't know why he fell for this. So clearly, it's a scam. So John Kramer gets desperate. He goes to Mexico, and as you know, things don't go right, as it would seem, and he runs. So he pretty much goes after these people. They're scam artists, basically, and so of course, he gets scammed, and of course, Jigsaw has to strike again. I think I said this pretty much in my last review for Spiral. I'm not the biggest Saw fan. I'm actually I'm actually annoyed with Saw, because Saw does a lot of things that I personally don't care for. And I gave Spiral a pretty low rating. If you want to check that out, see what I said about it. But so this is Saw X. I saw reviews on it. It's got really high reviews. Everybody's saying this is a very good Saw movie. This is the best Saw movie in years. I will say one thing. I do think this is the best Saw movie I've seen in a very long time. Which, if you ask me, it's not a very high bar. All the Saw movies have been kind of weak up to this point, to be honest with you. I've said in the last review, the first 2-3 movies are probably my favorite, and then it just seems like after that they just kind of ran out of ideas, and then it was all about the traps and gore, torture porn. Basically, that's pretty much what the other movies are: gore, torture porn. And then there was a quota to release a Saw movie every Halloween. So if a movie was coming out Halloween, you weren't beating Saw. Saw was going to outdo you every Halloween. So uh, and then Saw after Saw 3D or Saw 7, whatever you want to call it, it took a 7 year hiatus. Came back in 2017 with Jigsaw, which was plagued with all the problems that I have with every Saw movie. Like I'm just like, with this series, please. If anything, I wanted the series to kind of go away after a while. And like I said, I was intrigued though with Spiral Book of Saw because it was Chris Rock. Chris Rock had an idea for a Saw movie, and Chris Rock is not that type of serious actor. He's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian, and I thought he fumbled the ball on that movie too. So now we're back here with Saw X, and this is trying to okay. So this movie is essentially trying to make John Kramer a sympathetic character. Something I've always hated the Saw series for, and they literally do it throughout this entire movie. Like it's so what it's trying to do is it's trying to do this thing of morality, which I don't mind. I think you have to. I think the morality angle was a really good idea. Because it's like, yeah, these people did you wrong, but he's getting questioned. Amanda is back. The girl he pretty much the girl that survived one of his traps in the first movie and ended up becoming his apprentice, which I still think to this day is stupid. Like, he almost killed you, and somehow that caused her to become, I don't know. It's dumb. Like, I don't. It's stupid to me. But so I think the only things that I find really good about this movie, to be honest with you, is Tobin Bell and the traps. So if you're here to see the traps, you got those. If you're here to see Tobin Bell play Jigsaw, you got that too. Because some of these traps, they're really unnerving and they're disgusting. And they did make me squirm a little bit. But at the same time, though, it's typical Saw. I mean, the best Saw movie, sure, whatever, it's the best Saw movie that I've seen in a very long time. I just this movie just does a lot of things I can't stand. Him building, so he's in this other country. He just got there. He's really been there like maybe a few days doing these tests and stuff like that. But for some bizarre reason, he's sick and he's dying, but somehow he's able to build an entire factory, build all these machines, and this is probably like in the matter of a couple days. Because I was thinking the whole time, I was like, well, how is he able to build all these traps? But he was getting treatment. It's stupid things like that. And then like, now these are people that deserved it in a sense. I don't know if they deserved to the extent that he does it. And then I like how they question the fact that he was doing this to his extent. I even saw there was moments where Amanda was kind of looking like, man, should he be doing this? And there were people in here who got, so there's people in here who got like brutally murdered in his traps, and it's kind of like, did you really have to go that far? And I guess that's what the movie's trying to ask, like, should he have gone that far? But and I wish the movie kind of stuck with that more, because again, you're trying to make a guy who's not very sympathetic, and I just didn't really care for that, because the movie, it kind of seems like it's going in that direction where it kind of seems like it's trying to say that other people are questioning his morality, but then once it gets to the end of the movie, it just falls apart. This movie uh, doesn't even bother. It ends up turning Jigsaw into the hero, and it turns it makes bad person the bad person. So that way, it makes the even somebody who wasn't even like bad, it makes them the bad person out of nowhere, just so Jigsaw can be the good person. And I just feel like that is so that's so cheap. It's cheap, man. Like I don't know. It like it's cheap in the fact that he's he is crazy. Okay, Jigsaw is insane. He's nuts because Saw did that thing that I can't stand where they're like, oh well, technically he's not really killing them. He's not directly killing them. He gives them a chance to survive his traps, which what I find ridiculous about that is, yeah, but if he gives you that chance to survive, even if you survive his traps, you're going to die from the fact that you have to take a piece of your, like you have to chop your leg off. Like you could die from losing your leg. You could lose blood. You know, like it's stupid logic like that and Saw that I can't stand, and it's all through here. It's dumb. Uh, it's an entertaining, stupid movie. That's all I gotta say about it. I don't really care for another Saw, to be honest with you. There's way too many of these movies as it is. You know, this is the 10th Saw movie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care for this one. I'm probably not gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go with a moderate. I'm gonna say moderate recommend for me. It's just moderate. It's middle of the road. Like I said again, same Saw problems. Uh, like that's what I understand because the first couple movies weren't really about the traps, and now it's just after that it's just been like it's been about the traps and with really no logical explanation like that. Uh, I don't know. I'm just not I wasn't feeling this. Like I get it. Like all these people scammed him, but at the same time, it's like some of the people he it's just some people he just kills for no reason. Um, yeah, like there's a torture scene. Um, the guy with the thing on his eyes. I'm not going to tell you what happens to him, but there's a torture scene in here, and the only reason why he did it, only reason why torture scene happens is because the guy stole a watch, and I'm like, I'm like, that's okay, man. That is no reason to kill someone. That's about as dumb as that one Saw movie where he put a girl in a trap for smoking a cigarette, and his reasoning for it was, well, you're slowly killing yourself, and it's like, okay, she can have a cigarette, man. Like, yeah, like it's like they're trying to make like this. It's like they're trying to make like this Dexter Morgan type character. But the difference between Jigsaw and Dexter Morgan, the reason why Dexter Morgan works so well, is because he's literally killing people who deserve it. Killing is wrong, but at the same time, uh, these people are murderers, they're rapists, they're whatever, So those people, yes, you want to see Dexter get at them, and then Dexter has this code that he follows where he doesn't kill people for petty stuff. He's just I think a lot more well written than Jigsaw. I'm sorry. Um, Again, this is the movie where they wanted me to show some sympathy for him, and he's axing people off, yeah. But then after a while, you're just kind of like, you're like, wow, why is he doing this? And then the movie basically has him right off into the sunset, and again, takes some people who, for no good reason, makes them villains so he can look more like the good guy. Yeah. Um, no, that's just dumb, and Saul continues to do that. I just would have liked this movie more if they questioned the morality further. If they pushed the question of the morality a little bit more, and it just feels like they cheapened out at the end. So yeah, like I said, I'm sorry I ran it again. I already gave my rating, but yeah, this is a moderate. This is this is a moderate recommend for me. Moderate recommend. If you're like I said, if you're like my brother or somebody, and you're like a really big Saw fan, you're gonna really like this movie. You might even think this is one of the best movies this year. For me, I don't care. I saw it. You know, I've seen every Saw movie at this point, and I'm just kind of over it at this point. It's whatever. Yeah. So moderate recommend for me. I don't know if I'll go back to this one ever again. So just tell me what you thought in the comments. If you like this movie, if you disagree with me, yeah, just let me know. Have a conversation about it in the comment section, and I will see you in the next review. That is my review for Saw X. Peace.